welcome back to my channel Tutelage, a guide to learner. Here, this is Sriparna. Hope all of you are doing good. So, learners, in my previous session, we have already discussed some question answers of model paper of the Karnataka State Board. So, we all know state board schools are one of the most important educational institutions in every state, so we do not ignore it. So, not everyone basically gets chance to study ICSE, CBSE due to lack of money, etc. Apart from these, for many reasons, everyone can't afford it. So, solved model papers are not so much available in the social platform like YouTube. So, that's why I took an initiative a few days ago. So, this session is going to be a 7th session for PUC question discussion. So, everyone liked it and hope you all like it very much. So, if you have missed my previous session, so please go and check my description box and my first comment where the previous session link is already shared. So we are going to discuss first PUC model question paper of economics, but today we are focusing a very short type question at first. So let's start the session. So here this is the first MCQ question. So the first question is alternative uses of resources give rise to problem of what? Rights, price, third option is choice, fourth option is chance. So obviously there is a problem of choice. So option C is the correct answer for the first question. So alternative uses of resources give rise to the problem of choice. So now move on the second question. Ogives can be helpful in locating graphically mode, median, mean and none of these. So ogives is related to the median, so that's why ogives can be helpful in locating median value graphically. So now move on to the next slide. So here this is the answer for the second question. So now move on to the third question, poverty line. Okay, poverty line separates poor and non-poor individuals, poor and non-rich individuals, poor and weak individuals and none of the above. So poverty level always indicates poor and non-poor individuals in a society. So it separates poor individuals and non-poor individuals. Clear? So now going to the next question. So option number A is the correct answer for this particular question. So fourth question is GDP stands for. So that means what is the full form of GDP? So we all know that gross domestic product, or option A is the correct answer for this particular question. So now move on the next question. So here this is the fill in the blanks type question. So the first question is, in the tabular presentation, data is presented always, it is presented in table format. So table is the correct answer. So now move on to the next question. Inflation affects the dash of the common people. Obviously cost of living. Inflation affects the cost of living of common people because inflation indicates the rising prices of the each and every products in the community, in the state or in the nation. So now going to the next question. Reforms were introduced during obviously 1991. We all know that economic reforms were introduced from 1991. So now move on to the next question. Indian system of medicine includes 6 systems. We have already told that thing. So do you know, learner, name the 6 Indian system of medicine? That is Ayurveda, Siddhi, Unani, Yoga, Naturopathy, and Homeopathy. These 6 Indian system of medicine. These are the 6 Indian system of medicine. We have already told that thing in my previous session. So if you are missing my previous session, please go and check it once. I will. I promise it will help you a lot. So now move on to the next slide. So here we can see some short type question. Okay. So first question is, so what is project? So project is basically a well thought out action plan designed to attain the predetermined objectives. All projects have uh, predetermined objectives. They are predetermined objectives. So that's why it is a well thought out action plan, uh, which is focuses on their predetermined objectives. So which is to attain their predetermined objectives. So this is basically a well thought out action plan. So this is known as the project. Okay. So now move on. The second question, expand ILO. That means the full form of ILO. That is International Labor Organization. Okay. So now going to the next question. Which country has the highest life expectancy? Obviously, China has the highest life expectancy. So now going to the fourth question. So how can you obtain arithmetic line graph? So at first, we have to uh, plot time. So now going to the fourth question. So how can you obtain arithmetic line graph? Okay, so in an arithmetic line graph, basically time is plotted in x-axis and value of the variable is plotted in the y-axis. Okay, so some points are plotted here, and we are so the all points are joining a curve. So that is known as the arithmetic line graph. Okay. So now going to the next slide. So here we can see arithmetic line graph is constructed by joining the plotted points. So to get a arithmetic line graph, I think this is clear. So how do you use it? So arithmetic line graph helps in basically understanding the trend and periodicity in a long term time series data. Okay. So now move on the next question. Calculate the value of median from the following figures. So calculate the median value. Okay. So this is the series. So at first we have to arrange these all number in ascending order. This is one of the most important step for calculation of median. So we can see 5, 7, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 15, 25. All numbers are in ascending order. So now going to the calculation of median. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 is the odd number. So for odd number, the formula of the median, that is value of n plus 1 by 2. Okay. So n means 9. So 9 plus 1 by 2, that means fifth. So fifth item in the series is the correct answer of the median. So what is the fifth number? That is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 9 is the fifth number. So that's why 9 is the correct answer of. Next question is, mention which type of correlation is associated with production and price of vegetables. So we have already told in my previous session. So if you were missing it, so please go and check it once. Okay. So what type of correlation is associated with the production and the price of the vegetables? Okay. So, correlation basically indicates the relationship between two or more variables, and there is two types of correlation. First one is positive and negative. So, at first we have to discuss the negative correlation, because this question basically related with the negative correlation. So that's why. So we can see there is a negative correlation between production of the vegetables and the price of the vegetables. Okay. If the production of the vegetables increases, which leads to increase in supply of the vegetables, it will result in decrease in price of the vegetables. So supply of vegetables increases, then price of the vegetables decreases. So negative correlation basically tends to move in the opposite direction. One increases, another one decreases. Clear? What is negative correlation and what is the type of correlation is associated with the production of the vegetables and price of the vegetables? So now move on the next question. Mention which type of correlation is associated with the temperature and sale of ice cream. Okay, temperature of the ice cream, not temperature, that means weather, and sale of ice cream. So obviously it indicates a positive correlation between temperature and the sale of ice cream. So if the temperature increases, there will be increases in the sales of ice creams and vice versa. So though two variables, that is temperature and sale of ice creams, tends to move in the same direction. One increases, another one will increase, and vice versa is always true. So I think what do you mean by a positive correlation and what is meant by a negative correlation is clear. So now move on the next slide. So here we can see the next question. Mention the name of any four statistical tools. We have already told first four steps for developing a project. So identifying a problem, choice of sample size, collection of data, organization and presentation of data. So the answer is same for different questions. So mention the name of any statistical tools. Basically those are the statistical tools and statistical steps for developing a project. So that's why these are known as statistical tools. So first one is identifying a problem or an area of a study. Second one is choice of target group or sample size. Third one is data collection, and fourth one is organization and presentation of data. So now move on the next question. Which are the health indicators? So health indicators is infant mortality rate. We have already told that thing. Now going to the next indicator, that is maternal mortality level, life expectancy level, nutritional level, incidence of communicable and non-communicable diseases. So all are the health indicators of the human being. So I think this is clear. And maternal mortality level, life expectancy level, nutritional level, incidence of the communicable and non-communicable disease are basically this portion we will discuss later. Okay, so now move on to the next slide. So here, this is the last short question of this session. So that is, write any two threats to environment in our country. So we all know that poverty and the pollution, threats of pollution are two most important threats to environmental in our country. So threat of poverty induced environmental degradation and threat of pollution like air pollution, water pollution, soil erosion, deforestation, wildlife extinction, all are related to the environment degradation. Okay, so now move on to the next slide. So here some long questions are there. So everyone be prepared their proper answer, and each answers of the question are in 4 to 5 sentences. So please do prepare it. So if you are facing a problem to prepare it, so please tell me once, I will help you. So look at the question. So, learner, here I haven't discussed the topics in detail because in my channel each and every topic is very well discussed. If any of you are missing, then please go and check my first comment and my description box. We are done for the today's session. I will come with a new session very soon. Till then, stay tuned. Please do like, share, comment, and more subscribe to my channel. Happy learning. Thank you.